I knew after covering the Kira Kira movie, it was only a matter of time before I get to the next one. Now, every Pretty Cure series usually have 2 movies each. One's a crossover movie and the other's a normal movie focused on the main characters and the exclusives. At least until Tropical Rouge ended that cycle. But the Kira Kira movie would be the first Pretty Cure movie to feature one of the previous teams, that being the Maho Girls. And I stated in my review of the movie that their contribution to the movie was pretty good. So during January of 2018, I saw the trailer of the HUGtto Pretty Cure movie. I was pretty interested in it, seeing that Max Hart was going to be featured in the movie as well. With that said, this movie terrified me the moment I saw all the other teams on the cover. You know how I feel about these crossover movies by now, and considering how amazing the Kira Kira movie became, I was absolutely anxious when I saw the poster for the movie. With up to 55 characters in one movie, this was obviously a disaster waiting to happen. Some of you may already know my thoughts on this movie. Back then I thought it was okay, but does it still hold up to this day? Well, let's find out. Yo everyone, the Starlight Let's Player is here, and this is my review of HUGtto Pretty Cure x Futari Pretty Cure All Stars Memories. Out of nowhere, a giant monster appeared and began to invade the city. Luckily, the Max Hart team arrives to handle the situation, saving the news reporting team. Just when Max Hart can relax, an evil villain named Maiden appears and begins to attack them. Soon Luminous will jump in and sacrifice herself to protect them. Hana and the others were having a good time taking cute pictures of HUGtto, and suddenly Maiden appears out of the Mirai pad and starts attacking them, using some of the Pretty Cure moves in the process. Yell was on the verge of defeat, but her team jumped in and protected Yell from the blast, turning them into kids. I mean, this is nothing new to me because Smile Pretty Cure started with them turning into kids in episode 38 anyway. Plus, Maho Girls did it better as well, but this time, their memories also disappeared. I have no idea how that... You know what, I'm not even gonna question on that. Black and White appears just in time to save Yell and the others, but when Maiden fired his attack again, Cure White pushed them out of the way, turning her into a little kid, turning Nagisa back into a civilian form. With nothing else to do, except babysitting these little hoodlums, they revealed that Maiden is after the Pretty Cure memories and is able to use their attacks. And if that wasn't bad enough, Hana and Nagisa are the only 2 cures left since the other 48 were turned into toddlers as well. Yeah, good going there, guys. Anj and Itole snuck away while the others weren't looking. So Hana, Harry, and Nagisa set up to go look for the little troublemakers. Anj runs into Mizuki and asks her to call her mom. Hana manages to find Itole at a figure skating ring. I absolutely love that line from Nagisa. They may be Pretty Cure, but they're still teenage girls at the end of the day. They don't always have to shoulder all their fears and frustrations. Sometimes it's okay to feel vulnerable, because that's what makes them human, and they'll always find a way to overcome these feelings. Maiden appears and attempts to take the last 2 memories from them, firing a powerful attack at Hana. But Nagisa shielded her from the blast, and after seeing Hana and Nagisa hurt really badly, Hanukkah manages to regain her memories thanks to the Miracle Light, turning her back to normal. And at last, Cure Black and Cure White are back in action! With some assistance from Cure Yell, the 3 manages to have the upper hand against Maiden. With the power of their cheering, 4 more Miracle Lights were summoned, bringing the other 4 HUGtto Cures back to normal. They launched their Pretty Cure cheerful attack right at Maiden, triggering him to steal everyone's memories from around the world, with all the Cures getting separated from each other and HUGtto falling into some mysterious hole. Yell, Anj, and Itole decides to haul ass out of Kira Kira land while Amore and the others were being chased by a giant Mothron. HUGtto and Harry ran into the room with all the other Cures. Soon enough, everyone were reunited, and they found out that Maiden was actually a paper doll monster from a camera that was in development. But the people who were working on it went bankrupt, and nobody ever used it. They then try to convince him to return all the memories, but Maiden refuses, turning into a fight against the remaining Cures, turning both Black and White into little kids, defeating the remaining 5 Cures in battle. But with the power of plot and the Miracle Lights, all the Cures were turned back to normal, with Yell being stuck inside Maiden's body. So everyone fought against Maiden's horde of clones trying to reach out to him. Luckily, Yell manages to run into Maiden's true form. She then convinces him that it's not too late to make his own memories, and they were able to escape thanks to all the other cures. With the power of the Miracle Lights, they were able to use the Release Shining memory attack to return everyone's memories, with Maiden disappearing into the afterlife, promising that they'll meet again someday. And now Hana vows to make as many memories as she wants from now on. So let's start off with the positives of this movie. The theme of the movie, which was memories, is an interesting theme to explore. The art style and animation is just as beautiful as Dreamstars, since the movie was directed by the same person who directed Dreamstars, that being Hiroshi Miyamoto, with HUGtto as the animation director for the CGI scenes. Secondly, the pacing of the fight scenes were pretty good. That Black, White, and Yell team up was also pretty lit, and while I'm not okay with the idea of adding all the other cures into the movie, at least they balanced it out and not making it into a horrendous mess. While I find the concepts of all of the cures being turned into toddlers uninteresting, there were some funny moments with them sprinkled throughout the movie. The music itself is really good, but Rewind Memory by Mayumi Gojo and Kaneko Miyamoto is the only vocal song that I can say is amazing to listen to. But that's where the positives end here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind the Max Heart team being in a movie with HUGtto, but why bring back all the other teams? This movie would have been fine if they actually stuck with the same formula with Kira Kira. And the fact that they did this all just to break a world record just screams unnecessary to me, so I gotta take points off of that. Secondly, how does turning everyone into little toddlers just by stealing their memories actually work? That's just a bit off-putting if you ask me. Thirdly, while Maiden as a villain is good on paper, the execution just screams lazy. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like he's the same as Malo from the Doki Doki movie. Both villains wants to get back at the ones who've forgotten them. Fourthly, it's the mash of 2D and 3D. Why would they think that would be a good idea to mesh these two together? Now I would say doing that kind of thing wouldn't work, but I'd be lying, because anime like D4DJ managed to pull it off very well. Yeah, it's mostly CGI, but I still enjoyed it, and I think it did the concept better. And look, the All-Stars memory version of Danzen by Mayumi Gojo, Yuko Uchie, and Kaneko Miyamoto is a good song, but at the end of the day, it's just another version of the original opening theme from 2004. And at this point, I'm getting tired of it. Yeah, I know Can Boundless Day Dance had 3 different versions of the original song, but at least it's not too repetitive. I know this may seem like a short review, but believe me, I'm not really angry at this movie. I'm more disappointed. And I know from experience that is way worse, but yeah, I can easily say that HUGtto, Pretty Cure, X Futari Pretty Cure, All-Stars Memories was an average movie at best, but a horrendous cash grab at its worst. The theme of it was good, but not the concept of it. Like I said, I'm not okay with them adding all the cures into a movie anymore. We've been bypassed that point since the All-Stars movie, which was Singing with Everyone, Miraculous Magic. And I'm also not okay with the writers making episodes 37 and 36 of HUGtto into an All-Stars arc just to tie in with the movie. It just doesn't work like that to me. I feel like they might have done this whole Powerhouse project not just to break a world record, but for a money grab as well, considering that they've thrown a lot of money into this movie. They literally did all of this just to build hype around it, which is why I will always consider the 10th anniversary to be superior. And I, a million times, disagree with anyone who thinks otherwise. With that being said, no, I'm not a fan of this kind of direction they went in. But that's just me though. And this won't be the last time, since Pretty Cure All-Stars F is coming soon, so don't expect me to have high praise for that movie either. With that being said, HUGtto Pretty Cure, X Futari Pretty Cure All-Stars Memories, for me, it gets a 5 out of 10. It's better than Spring Carnival and Miraculous Magic, but it's still one of the worst crossovers in the franchise. Let me know what you guys think about this movie in the comment section below, and leave a like if you enjoyed this review. We only have one more Pretty Cure video left before I retire from this format, and some of you may already know at this point. But until then, this is the Starlight Let's Player signing out. As always, Goki Genyo, and have a star-tastic day, everyone.
I knew I would fulfill my dream, yeah. They knew I started from the bottom, now I made it, yeah. The possibilities are endless, yeah, I say, yeah. I got the rules and I got everything I need, yeah. And now I'm chilling with a pretty gentle lady, yeah. She got a kinda gentle personality, yeah. She got them curvy hips and a booty for booty.